I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I've failed over and over and over again in my life. And that is why I succeed. Maybe I led you to believe it was easy when it wasn't. Maybe I made you think my highlights started at the free throw line and not in the gym. Maybe I made you think that every shot I took was a game winner. That my game was built on flash and not fire. Maybe it's my fault that you didn't see that failure gave me strength, that my pain was my motivation. Maybe I led you to believe that basketball was a God-given gift and not something I worked for. Every single day of my life, maybe I destroyed the game. Or maybe you're just making excuses.
It's literally snowing. It's snowing. You can hear the snow. If they could feel this, it's cold. It's ice.
Shut the fuck up. There's no light without dark. There's no warm without fucking cold. Sometimes it's cold. That's how life works. If you ever experienced any fucking pain in your life, you'd understand that you sit here in the cold and you shiver and you think of, it doesn't matter, because soon I'll be warm again. Yes, we're fucking cold. Sorry, Luke. I'm sorry Luke's cold. Oh no, it was nice and warm in Chipotle when Luke was working in fucking Chipotle before he flew him across the Atlantic, living with his fucking millionaire cousins.
Bought him a Ferrari.
Bought you a Ferrari. 2 days in a fucking tent, you're crying your eyes out. You're not gonna fucking die. Stop crying. It's cold. We went fucking camping. It started snowing. What are the Lord of fucking Earth? You want me to go up to fucking heaven, fix the clouds? Fuck you. It's cold. So what? Won't be cold if we have a fucking straightener, you dickhead. Snow straightener? If you're so fucking cold, we'll go out to the fucking cold right now. I'll knock you out fucking cold, you cunt. Shut the fuck up. I'm not.
What would you like people to think about you when you've done?
I'd like for them to say he took a few cups of love. He took 1 tablespoon of patience, 1 teaspoon of generosity, 1 pint of kindness. He took 1 quart of laughter, 1 pinch of concern, and then he mixed willingness with happiness. He added lots of faith, and he stirred it up well. Then he spread it over a span of a lifetime, and he served it to each and every deserving person.
Most people fail. That's the brutal truth. They dream big, they talk big, but when the time comes to act, they hesitate. They tell themselves, I'll start tomorrow. Tomorrow becomes next week becomes next year, and before they know it, they've wasted their entire lives making excuses, living in regrets. You see, life doesn't care about your excuses, the world doesn't care about your feelings. Life will beat you down, push you, test you, and if you're weak, it will break you. But if you refuse to break, if you fight back, if you refuse to quit, that's when you win. The difference between those who fail and those who succeed is simple. Winners don't stop. Most people are afraid of pain, they're afraid of discomfort. They want success, but they aren't willing to suffer for it. They want money, but they aren't willing to wake up early, to work late, to grind when no one is watching. They want respect, but they don't want to earn it. And that's why they fail, because comfort is a trap. Comfort kills ambition, comfort destroys dreams. You have to learn to love the struggle. You have to crave the hardship, because on the other side of pain is power. I've seen men with nothing turn into champions because they refused to give up. I've seen people who were laughed at, rejected, counted out, rise to the top because they refused to listen to the noise. It's not about talent, it's not about luck, it's about unbreakable discipline. If you can wake up every single day and push yourself harder than yesterday, even when you don't feel like it, you will win. The most people give up the moment they feel tired. The moment they fail once, they decide it's over. That's why they stay losers. You think champions are special? They're not. They just have an obsession. They wake up obsessed. They breathe, live, suffer for it, and never let distractions stop them. Most people get distracted. They waste time on nonsense, chasing cheap dopamine, scrolling their lives away. But if you can stay focused, if you can remove everything that doesn't serve your purpose, you become unstoppable. You want to win? Then make a decision. Right now, not tomorrow, next week, right now. Decide that you will never be average. Decide that no matter what life throws at you, you will keep fighting, that you will grind harder, push further, and suffer more than anyone else. Because that's what it takes. Most people fail because they are weak, but you don't have to be like them. You have the power to be different. You have the power to rise, to break through every obstacle, to become great. But only if you take action right now, not later, right. What are you going to do? Most people fail not because they lack intelligence, talent, or potential, but because they make excuses. Excuses are the silent killers of dreams. They creep in unnoticed, disguised as reasons, justifications, or logical explanations. But in reality, every excuse is a decision. A decision to remain weak, a decision to stay stagnant, a decision to accept mediocrity instead. People say, I'll start tomorrow, but tomorrow never comes. They say, I won't have time, but they waste hours scrolling through nonsense, watching TV, or sleeping in. The thing about the people who inspire you, the champions, the billionaires, the leaders, do you think they had it easy? There are people in this world who started with nothing, no money, no connections, no support. Some were born into poverty, some faced rejection, some were counted out by everyone around them, but they refused to let their circumstances become excuses. They refused to allow their hardships to define them, and that's why they won. You'll always have a choice. You can either make an excuse or make a change. You can either complain about how unfair life is, or you can get up and do something about it. The problem is, most people want to feel comfortable. They want to avoid pain. They want success without sacrifice, and that's why they stay stuck. Winners, on the other hand, are different. They reject excuses because they know that every excuse is just a barrier between them and their goals. Next time you catch yourself saying, I can't stop, ask yourself, is that really true, or am I just looking for an easy way out? Because deep down, you know the answer. You know you're capable, you know you can push harder, you know you can do better. But as long as you keep feeding yourself excuses, you will never break free from the cycle of failure. The moment you stop making excuses, the moment your life changes. It's the moment you take back control. It's the moment you shift from being a spectator to becoming the main character in your own story. So make the decision right now. No more excuses, no more waiting, no more delaying your own greatness. Stand up, take action, and prove to yourself that you were never meant to be average, because the only thing standing between you and the life you want is the excuse you keep telling yourself. Destroy it. Success is not for the weak. It's not for those who seek comfort, who avoid pain, or who shy away from struggle. The reason most people fail is because they fear discomfort. They run from hardship. They want an easy life, a smooth journey, a shortcut to success. Every champion, every billionaire, every legend has walked through fire. They have endured sleepless nights, relentless work, and brutal failures. They have faced rejection, betrayal, and crushing doubt. But what separates them from the rest? They embraced the pain. They understood that suffering. Most people are soft. The moment things get difficult, they quit. The truth is, the pain you avoid is the very thing that would make you stronger. The struggle you run from is the only thing that would make you great. Growth comes through resistance. Think about this. Everything great in life was built on struggle. The most successful people in the world have suffered more than you can imagine. The richest men on the planet have gone broke, been ridiculed, laughed at, and doubted. So why do you think you should be different? Why do you think you can achieve greatness without suffering for it? If you want success, you must seek discomfort. You must crave the struggle. You must wake up and push yourself to do the things that others refuse to do. You must be willing to work when you don't feel like it, grind when you're exhausted, and push forward when everything in you wants to quit. Pain is not your enemy. Pain is your greatest teacher. Pain is the gateway to strength, to discipline, to power. The moment you stop fearing pain is the moment you start becoming unstoppable. So make a choice. Live like the weak, seek comfort and safety, and watch your dreams fade away. Or step into the fire, embrace the pain, and forge yourself into something unbreakable. Winners are made in struggle. Failure is not the end. It's not a reason to quit. It's not proof that you're not